It's 4 months after January.
Yep.
I just thought I'd let you know. And the month comes in 30 or 31, or in some cases, 28 or 29 day cycles.
And if it's so difficult, you can just remember to count it because we were taught that in nursery rhymes. I'm just saying. In case anybody was a little bit confused about what the days are looking like. Confused you?
Yeah.
Don't get confused.
Ours is just to help you out to understand a certain number of things.
Mambo ndio hiyo.
Babu umebeba bag.
Let me tell you. Leo mniache tu.
Okay.
Leo mniache. I changed the bag, so I'm confused.
So it's not just a thing about us.
No.
It's not just us. Even you guys are like that.
You change bags and you forget things in the other bag. So yeah. Happens. I don't know. Me, I love bags.
Okay. Sawa. Tumeestablish uko salama.
Niko poa. Uko aje?
Mimi niko sawa. Niko poa.
You got the memo. Black on black today, eh?
Yes, you understood.
Nice.
It's nice to be in sync, kabisa. Uko poa. And then Jolene goes and wears yellow. You're the sun. We see you. It's okay.
Yellow.
No problem. If hii haujaongea leo, mi sielewi. Ni nini mbaya? Siku haiwezi anza kama hauja shout kidogo ama kitu kama hiyo.
Ja.
Oh, ni ja. Oh, please, somebody help Evelyn, because now, the day cannot start.
Evelyn, how good or bad is your metabolism?
Usipocheza juu ya meza. Usipocheza juu ya meza, hatuwezi anza kipindi. She's trying. How good is her metabolism? I actually think metabolism is like, whew, it sees a waru. Whew,
yeah.
And then it goes, Ama? She said no.
Explains that.
She said no. I left her going to eat warus yesterday.
Okay.
That's why it's still in my head. All right. Well, good morning, everybody. And now that we've established that everybody's okay and that we're getting into it, if you're not okay, that's okay to say as well. Yeah. If you're starting off the day and feeling a little bit, a certain type of way, let me tell you, look for one thing that you can be grateful about even as you start the day today. I am telling you, the seismic shift that can happen as a result of you looking for things to be grateful for is unbelievable. I mean, sometimes you wake up and you're just down in the dumps and you're finding things to complain about. Look for it. If you spend your time looking for that, even if it's one thing that you can be grateful for, I'm telling you, it does a thing on your brain. It kind of resets you. And that gratitude spirit actually levels us off in a totally different direction. So if you're feeling a little bit under today and you feel as though maybe the day is not looking too good, take hope in the fact that if you're here and your heart is beating and you're breathing, that there's a reason for you to be. So you can take advantage of that today. So there is my little bit of a pep talk as you're getting into Thursday, the 7th of May. This is the Situation Room. And Dennis Tolaseto is here with Ndu Ifoma. So somebody said I should tell you guys my full name.
Yeah.
You see how you can't say Ndu, or you can't spell Ndu. Ndu has been spelled with an A, an H, an apostrophe, an E, double O, W. They've put 2 H's. They've put 2
K.
D's. Added a KU, added a TA, added everything to the name. Now, and that's just the 3-letter name that you guys have complicated. Now, if I tell you my full name, for which Ndu is the short form? I don't know what's going on. Ezio Kubundu. That is my name. That's my full name. My first full name. Well done.
Doing well.
Ezio Kubundu. So Ndu Ifoma is my middle name.
Yeah.
And Oko, of course, is my surname. Ezio Kubundu Ifoma Oko. So Ndu is the last 3 letters of that name.
That's how easy you made it for us, and you're still butchering it.
Can you imagine? My name has 12 letters, and I've just given you 3. Now you can imagine if I was one of those people. No, if you can say Tchaikovsky, you can say Ezio Kubundu.
Yeah.
Now if I was walking around saying Ezio Kubundu.
You can say lasagna.
Exactly.
It is not lasagna.
If you can say lasagna and it doesn't have a Y.
Yeah. The only statement with the useless G.
So I was just letting you know that's what it is. And you might ask me what it means. Ezioku in my language is truth. Ndu means life. Bu is a connecting word. Ezioku bundu. So truth is life. Jacinta, are you happy? I've told them. So that should be fun for you. Just a fun fact this morning. And as we get into Thursday, let's tell you some of the conversations that we will be having today. Sawa.
Kabisa.
We're going to start it off with foreign policy and, kind of a diaspora expert conversation today in the person of Ahmed Hashi. He'll join us at 7 o'clock today. What are we going to be looking into? A myriad of things. But then what it allows us to do with foreign policy expert Ahmed Hashi is Kenya's diplomacy on a scale. Are we a trustworthy ally? And it depends on who you're talking with. Whether you're speaking with the West, whether you're speaking with development partners, whether you're speaking with fellow African partners, where is Kenya at the moment? And what are some things what are some lessons that actually can be drawn from would-be gaffes or would-be opportunities? And who's responsible for putting that entire portfolio together? But where Kenya sits on the current global dispensation and some things that have been happening over the last few weeks, collaborations or not, support or not. We'll look into that conversation with Hashi at 7 o'clock. The Member of Parliament for Suba South constituency is Karoli Omondi. He's part of the Linda Mwananchi group. We're going to ask questions about whether it's keeping government in check or is it a group that's now trying to sway people away from the current government of the day. What exactly are we looking at here? Mweshimi Omondi joins us at 8 o'clock to have that conversation. And then at 9 o'clock, former nominated Senator Sylvia Kasanga is the president of the Architects Alliance. And we're going to be looking at clearing the way, safety versus property rights. We know that there were a number of demolitions that took place because they were said to be on riparian land. It's not the first time that this has happened in Kenya. Sure. It has happened several times, and it continues to be a thing where you see that waterways are actually blocked, that riparian land should actually be left clear, that you shouldn't erect anything on them. But who gives the go-ahead for them to be built in the first place? Somebody's given an okay, and then it stays within the same entity to bring them down. Let's look at some of these things with Sylvia Kasanga at 9 o'clock, clearing the way, safety versus property rights. That's what our conversations look like today. I want to say a very big welcome to you and thank you for joining us already in the room as you do. Let's talk, and you say hello to us. The live streams are up on YouTube, Facebook, and on X this morning. And saying good morning to our audience on KTN and everybody who tunes in across radio around the country and the world. This is the Situation Room. We will comfort the afflicted and afflict the comfortable. We'll have those conversations that many don't want to have. It may seem boring to you, but then it's a tack in this series of how you're moving on up. Sawa sawa. That's what we're doing today. Bado tuko Asmara.
Tuko Asmara. Having fought for 30 years, to be independent from Ethiopia. And then since 1997, there is no written constitution that governs the country. Just outside Asmara, there is the graveyard. And you look at all that, and still Asmara today is considered to be one of the closed-off countries from the rest of the continent, pretty much. A few people go to Asmara. There is a documentary that was done by one Wodemaya from Ghana. It was just looking at Asmara. Right now, it's trying to open up its borders to allow more people to get inside. But as you get in, even the people themselves know little about the continent and other countries.
So, like, outside of Eritrea, there's, no understanding of what happens
across, because you also look at infrastructure, internet that would enable people to learn more is not there. It is not proper connectivity. So people are pretty much just closed in. I told you, if you want to go there, what do? Don't bother going there with your Visa card. Just find a way of getting hard cash. But good thing with that is the streets of Asmara are actually very, very safe.
Interesting.
Very, very safe. And architecture as well stands out. It's called the Little Rome because of the architecture that is in the country. But let's go to the proverb. Okay. You see, they say, the woman you make sacrifices for can turn around and tell you that she did not force you to. She will not be far from the truth.
Where? There's so many interpretations in that.
Pick your best.
You doing good is not it's not how do I, in English, it's not by force, essentially.
Not by force.
It's not by force, but you do it because you you can or you should, it doesn't mean that then you must be recognized for it. That the person that you do good to might as well, they could turn around and slap you in the face, but it doesn't take away the authenticity of the good that you have done. That you can do good whether it is appreciated or not. And that you should also then face the reality that you're doing good can actually be thrown back in your face, but it doesn't stop you from actually doing it.
Yeah. I mean, regardless of whether you are appreciated or not, keep on doing the good. Because the person might not appreciate it, but the world will know, and your inner self will be at peace that you did your part. So it's the other party to deal with how they feel.
Yeah.
You know, so goodness transcends feelings. Yeah.
Yeah. It's true. Wow. Man.
But that does not apply to the political class.
It had to come at some point. We're never too far away from
let
that.
me tell you, it is not a favor. You must, you shall.
You must.
Tumeletea barabara nikupigia makofi, toka hapa, enda leta barabara ingine.
Now, why are you angry? Cannot be looking so fine and then just be angry again in the morning. What is it? Good morning.
It's not being angry.
And you see how I pass my compliments?
I see. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, so let's say good morning to everybody. Now that I'm still thinking about the layers of that proverb and the ways in which it's applying to me in more than one. And I think that's the beautiful thing about our culture and our tradition as Africans, is that it is so layered.
Yeah.
There are so many things that we get, whether it is how we speak, whether it's the intonation in the words, whether it is our dress, our language, our food, that meanings are so layered, and that you can look at one thing and imagine that it is just this, but that there's so many things that you can get from it. I am just so excited about the times whereby that tradition and that culture will be combined with a modernism that allows us to be authentically African, whereby we are still moving the world. I long for a time, and I think that we can continue to make the inroads into that in the things that we do, in the work that we do. So that is my hope and prayer. But try not to get too deep. As you say, good morning to you today. Our live streams are up on YouTube, Facebook, and on X. And we know that some of you are listening silently as you're going where you're going this morning. So thank you for being here as we do. Let's say a quick good morning to you and where you're tuned in from. Tell us. You may be going to bed. You may be waking us up with us this morning. Good to have you in the room. Kia Peters tuned in from Mombasa today and says, take time to be thankful for everything that you have. You can always have more, but you could also have less. Voila. That's it. I mean, as a couple of days ago, feeling really down in the dumps. I mean, you knew it. I was an angry black woman. And I thought, you know what? You can be grateful for some things. You can be thankful for some things. So let's, that's a good lesson for us, Peter. Robert Mbogo says, good morning from Mombasa. Leo says, hello, Princess Ndu and Aseto. A nation of wonders. Education failed. Health failed. Other sectors in ICU. But we have a loose 40 million for anyone who sings praises for Shah and affordable housing in a film.
By the way, let this get to the cabinet secretary. I was in hospital yesterday. Shah did shut up on me.
Shah shut up?
Yeah, shut up on me.
Shut up on you? Okay. As we live and breathe.
Yeah, it's just a feedback mechanism. Shah shut up on me yesterday.
He was there. He was in the hospital. Nobody. Come on. I don't think even the paid propagandists, those ones who are receiving money, they know it is not. Even I don't. It would be detrimental to lie about something that regards health. Onto life. If the thing doesn't, it just doesn't.
No, we don't accept it. Yeah.
Kisa Daniel says, good morning from the Pearl of Africa. Thank you for tuning in this morning. Zurich is where Wairimo Wajeso is this morning. Good morning to you. The Zurich for Germany or the Zurich for Switzerland? Munich is Germany. The Zurich for Switzerland or the Zurich for Belgium? On the border. Anyway, Jimmy Munuthi says, good morning, Spice family. Simon Kibiru says, good morning, Ndu and Aseto, tuned in from Sultan Hamoud, ready for the day's conversation. All the best, Asante Sana. Eric Owo says, good morning, guys. Jose Mahinda is tuned in this morning. Good morning, says Christina. Good morning to you. She says, the Mombasa senator asked a good question. Why should Kenya build a big refinery in Tanga, yet Changamwe oil refinery was leased to a foreigner? Are we buying love from other countries? Yikes. These are some of the questions that we'll be discussing with Hashi when he joins us at 7. Because I think that in the world of geopolitics, there is space for bilateral, unilateral, and multilateral relationships.
Yep.
There is space for international relations. There is space for that. But I also think that ducks in a row are necessary for each nation state to have in place before and while you venture out into these relationships. But before we get to it too deep, Christina, point noted.
Yep.
James Kamal says, Jumbo Situation Room, getting you loud and clear here at Forney, Texas. Clinton Sereti says, good morning, darlings. Well, good morning, darling. And how are you? Linda Ogola says, salut, mes amis. Salut à toi. Comment ça va? Kimiak says, good morning. Well, okay, he actually ended with good morning. He started by saying, nothing good will come out of Kenya Kwanzaa culture. It seems to me that is your mantra. I don't know how long you're going to continue to preach this gospel, but okay. Good morning, Kimiak. Rhyme Tula Omar says, good morning from Nairobi, Ndwana Seto. You guys look nice in black. We are the men in black.
Yeah,
Okay.
you just need those glasses.
You just need those ones, yeah?
Those glasses.
Okay.
And time-shifting gun.
Bas, can we get guns
Yeah,
for
by the
killing
way.
people? Okay, sorry. Did I say that out loud? Gosh.
You need to take people back to reality.
Oh, sour.
There's a song. Back to life, back to reality.
Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah.
dun, 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 dun.
Tell you what, if we could get those guns, yeah?
Where, say no to violence.
No, if we could get those guns, right? And that's our like line.
Yeah.
Shah is working. Pa. Capitation has gotten to schools. Pa. Yeah. Someone just goes back and it is not working.
You're very silly. Oh
And
my
after
God.
doing that, it's just that song. Back to life, back to reality.
Oh my God. Who are you?
Telling you things you can get from movies. That would be an antidote to the BS we see in this country. Oh my God.
I swear, my Lord in heaven. Where? Woo. Okay. Okay. Rhyme Tulama is in Nairobi. Meanwhile, we missed that.
I'm sure in Nairobi.
Yeah, in Nairobi
Karibu.
again.
Karibu.
Come and see us now, please. Even say hi one day like this.
I
See
met
how
a
we can
gentleman
agree.
yesterday as I was going to hospital. After hospital, now you know I have to buy things for the sick, right? So I met this individual in a mall. He's called Paul. He's from Germany and watches the Situation Room. So Paul, shout out. And Asante Sana for keeping on and safe travels because he's traveling back.
Yeah.
Yep.
Safe travels to you, sir. Obeds Oriku says, I need an explanation. This is a complaint that he had made earlier.
Yeah.
I need an explanation. I'm in the office, working and healthy, but on my medical records on SHA, it shows that I have gone to hospital and been treated today.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
I'm in the office. Mimi Nico Hapa.
Yeah.
Lakini I look at the medical records na nimetibiwa leo for what? For a UTI and I'm being given an antibiotic and paracetamol. And my doctor is a Somali doctor. Yani, it's like a spirit. It's a witch. I don't know. I don't understand. Somebody is in the office.
Yes.
He checks his SHA medical records and he's gone ahead to post the screenshot. Today, you've been treated for a UTI. You even know who the doctor is, but you are seated in your office. You've been given antibiotics. This is the kind of nonsense that we are talking about. You're being treated, but you're not there.
Yeah.
How much money is being taken? Somebody is being paid, but the guy who is there is not there.
Let me tell you.
It's like film trick, man.
Will Smith, please.
Guy.
Talk to us.
Now, when you say these things, they sound ludicrous. But then the more that we think about it, it actually makes sense. Yeah. I don't think you guys heard what I said.
Yeah.
Obeds is in his office. He is checking his SHA records for something else. Only for him to find out that today, he's been treated for a UTI and he's been given medicine, painkillers and antibiotics.
Even knows the doctor.
Come on. That's the thing that we're talking about. Then you want, in fact, get that
By
done.
the time a man is being treated for UTI, you're really, really sick.
Tell me. You tell me.
You're really sick.
And it's not me.
Anyway.
Washoga Toto says, good morning, my darling Ndu. And today is my favorite day, Thursday, and my firstborn's 28th birthday. Washo, you don't look a day over 25. And then you're telling us that you have a 28-year-old. My Lord. Okay. Yeah, it's because I've met her. Jennifer Atenyi says, well, happy birthday to him. Her? Firstborn's 28th birthday. Very happy birthday to your firstborn. We don't know he or she would have sang, but Jennifer Atenyi says, good morning, my beautiful people and Spice family. Me, I have no option than to be fine. My sister, you just have to plow with it, man. Roll with the punches. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Joseph Okondo says, good morning. Ndu Anaseto tuned in from Tudor, Mombasa. So Basira says, good morning from the dusty suburbs of Syokimau. Mashari and Jerry says, good morning, Ndu and Dennis. Mama Suluhu is not boarding. So Ruto decided to go to the members of parliament from Portland with love. With love to you. Mwangi Mike says, good morning. I'm a silent listener who always loves your show. My signal on 90.9 is off and being interfered with by 2 stations. Kindly let your technicians rectify the anomaly. What's going on? Are you in Nakuru? I assume that 90.9 is what you're looking into. All right, to be checked out. Tibbs Muge says, good morning, everybody. Good morning to you. Joseph Kimonge tuned in from Ibencho in Kisi. Julius Opanyi says, good morning, Watu Wangu. I'm plugged in. Keep it plugged in, brother. Vintage Oak says, hi, good morning all. Set for the show. Karibu Sana. Collins Juma is here. Good morning, Team Spice. You're bragging about your name, and my president said your English is not that good. I'm not bragging about my name. I just told you what my name is. There's a difference between statement and bragging. Red Fiery says, good morning, Ndu Anaseto. Good morning, everybody. Bwangi Juma, good morning, Spice FM. How are you all this blessed morning? We all have a date with factual characters on the 2nd of August 2027. You almost made me say something bad on radio. I wasn't quite sure what you were saying, but okay. Alan Atieno says, good morning, tuned in from Kisumu, Dala. Getting you round and clear from Oregon, says Anthony Gonjiri. Jennifer says that proverb is too Kenyan. Mtuflani says, good morning to the princess, the gentleman, and the squad. I'm telling you, we need to do something with that. That could be the name of a podcast. True. The Princess and the Gentleman. Okay. Ogutu Ogambo says, who normally advises the head of state on diplomatic policies and matters?
Himself.
Well, that would, in a functioning state, that would be the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the many diplomats who are in that space. Nyareka says, good morning to you from Kisumu. Frederick is now greeting Nyareka. Young Jedi says, good morning, Team Spice. Bernard Kineti says, good morning. Have you heard about the Hunter virus? Yes, I have. Ikae mbali na sisi kwa jina la Mungu kabisa. Amen. Matthew Iliale says, pahali nimefika maliza utoke. Okay.
Yeah.
Good morning, my good people. This is Luhimbo. Good morning. When I come to Nairobi, I would tell you, and please invite me, but with a full mask. Okay. And Max Oponde says, good morning, Ndu Anaseto. Let's see what new drama for Kenya today. We might be building a refinery in Umoja. At this rate, my friend, anything can happen.
Yeah.
Justice is tuned in this morning. Tuned in from Waldai Ward in Belgut, Kericho. Good morning to you. Her name is Stacey Wamboy. This is what shows. Well, a happy birthday to Stacey. And Raskador says, good morning, Wana Spice. As Kenyans, we're really tired of this government. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yes. Isakale says the princess and the gentleman. Has a nice ring to it, doesn't it? Oh, we'll see what we can do with that. A very good morning to everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Every morning, we don't get tired. Honestly, it sounds like we're doing routine here, but truth be told is that we don't get tired of having you get into these conversations with us. So karibuni sana sana. And those who come into the room even after we said hello, please write on the protocols previously and set that we welcome you. Wherever we see you, yes, Leo and you blue. And those who are even tuned in from the land down under, thank you. It's fantastic that people from around the globe and right here in Kenya, around the continent, are tuning in to listen and be part of the conversation as well. Karibuni sana, right? And so Kijana tuned in from the land down under, karibu sana. All right, so let's look into the headlines. We're going to start on Kenya's bold newspaper, The Standard. Sulphur concerns. There's a picture there of experts Opiyo Wandayi, who is the cabinet secretary for energy. Next to him is expert Lee Keyajue, who is the CS in MITI.
Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment.
investment, trade, and industry. Wherever you want to put the I and the T, it's okay. The sulfur concerns are thus. Kenya's decision to allow higher sulfur fuel may ease shortages, but it comes with a quiet everyday cost to public health. As the fuel burns, it releases more toxic fumes into the air, especially in crowded towns and cities. With every breath, people are exposed to pollutants linked to asthma, chest infections, and other breathing problems. Children, the elderly, and those with existing conditions face the greatest risk. Over time, constant exposure can strain the lungs and worsen overall health. The same sulfur that pollutes the air also eats into engines, leading to more frequent breakdowns and higher repair costs. While the quick fix policy may keep vehicles moving, it risks leaving many Kenyans both sicker and more vulnerable. So, is there a cost to easing? It kind of puts folks in a catch-22 situation. Yeah. And, I'm going to be honest and say, I feel because here there is a demand to keep vehicles moving, to keep industries turning. But then it comes with a cost that what's available, and readily so, it may be cheaper and more available, but the long-term effects then make it more expensive. So what do you do in the meantime where this cheaper, more readily available fuel is there, and the other stuff that you would normally use is not? So what do you do as a nation? Do you take into consideration the health concerns of people? Combustible, then in the air, it's going to affect health. It's going to affect vehicles over time, whereby spare part repair is going to be more frequent, and that you may buy the fuel at a cheaper price, but then you will have to pay the price later in terms of maintenance of your vehicle.
Yeah.
So which do you choose? And this is not a matter of pointing fingers at somebody and talking about incompetence, but this is a question of what decision do you make? It's a sulfur concern, and that's what's on the headline. According to Exen Iraqi, from a health perspective, this is risky. The Economic Survey 2026 shows that respiratory diseases are among the leading health problems in the country. Introducing fuel with higher sulfur content only worsens air pollution. Even without sulfur concerns, our air quality has not been ideal. Sulfur was one of the issues that affected the big cities in China, Beijing, Shanghai, whereby the smog was ridiculous. There was a smogometer essentially, and that people would check. The way you check and see if it's raining, do I need to carry an umbrella? They would check and see what are the levels. Do we need to wear our masks? What do we need to do getting out into the city? But we know that also there was a lot of higher sulfur content petrol fuel that was being used by a lot of vehicles until we saw that was reduced significantly and the smog levels reduced.
It's the same story in India.
Yeah. So these are the questions that you want to ask. It's a big headline. It's a concern. And to discuss it, I think it's necessary to do in a sober manner. Because what do you do? Yeah. Do you fuel the nation? Or do you think about the long-term effects of using a cheaper, more readily available fuel?
And you see, I think that story for me, the overarching question then is if more Kenyans find themselves inhaling air that is dirty, what does that mean to the country's healthcare system and treating Kenyans in the long run? Yeah. It becomes more expensive for the government to treat its people because at some point we messed up on the fuel that came into the country. So you look at the bigger picture.
You do look at the bigger picture, or you should.
Bigger picture. It's not today, it's not tomorrow, it's in a few years to come. But how much will it take for the government to treat its people, especially in a system where inawak lakini haiwak?
Inawak ama haiwak. Ruto accused of ignoring Kenyan safety for the sake of trade deals. This is the thing here. And so is it trade deals on fuel, or is it trade deals where you say kichapo utaflogiwa ama wataflogiwa huku? Kitui leaders hit out at Duale over his arrogant camel remarks. Okay, you want to know what this was about? I'll tell you. A section of leaders from Kitui County have criticized Health Cabinet Secretary Aden Duale over what they termed as insensitive remarks following deadly clashes between farmers and pastoralists from the northeastern region. The leaders termed Duale's comments in which he appeared to mock the farming community reckless and likely to inflame tensions at a time when more than 10 people have been killed in recent clashes. Duale sparked outrage over his remarks, boasting that all camels belonged to him and that he was untouchable. Yeah. Ngamia yote ya Kenya ya wa Somali ni yangu, alafu mtadu.
Guess what we'll do? hiyo ngamia yako ya Msomali hiyo ikuje kwa shamba yangu and it destroys my property, I know where to go. He's just made it so easy to prosecute him. He's made it so easy.
See, now, unfortunately, that gun analogy is suddenly sounding very...
Back to reality. What the hell, man?
Yeah, I know.
Who are these people we have in leadership? Now, who are these people we have serving us?
Man,
how do you just wake up and... I mean, this man should be worried that Shah is not working.
You would imagine that you have a little bit more to talk about than camels.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I'm just saying that some things... Remember I said yesterday that you need to wake up every morning and while you're brushing your teeth, taking a shower, getting your coffee, whatever, also make sure that the batteries in your brain-to-mouth filter are functioning.
Yeah.
Or get new ones, or whatever it is that you need to do. Because the things that you say with your mouth actually can be incendiary. Come on.
I mean, you can do better, man.
Yeah, we can actually do much better.
And then you also, like, this is a very emotive matter right now because Kenyans have been killed.
In a place that they've never been killed like this before.
And
not
for,
that
you for you to come and just spew such nonsense, I'm like, who raised you?
Not the camels.
The camels have better brains, if you ask me.
New faces joined the judiciary after JSC's historic picks, and I love this, that we saw people across board who were selected to be judges. Shout out to my friend Belinda Kello. Congratulations for, that selection that happened there. And we saw a variety of new judges. Some of the new judges: Justice Joseph Kipkoech Biomdo is the first trained military officer to transition to serving as a judge of the High Court. Justice Emmanuel Bita, appointed from the Attorney General's office. Justice Josephat Kuyoni, appointed from Parliament. Appointed from the Sports Disputes Tribunal is Justice Bernard Murunga. We've had a conversation with him, actually. Justice Patricia Leparasho, appointed from the Kenya Revenue Authority. Justice Lillian Suma, the first person from Kilifi County to serve in the Environment and Lands Court. Justice Winnie Molonko, a pioneer in the bar from Narok County. Justice Abdi Hassan, a pioneer for his community in the remote Griftu area of Wajir County. Justice Joyce Gandani, the first female judge from Kilifi County to sit in the High Court. I love this, that the variety then that's being applied to the judiciary is fantastic. And I think that we saw from these interviews that there's a variety of talent that has been picked on then to serve in this role. We wish them the very best in their appointments and that they can actually, interpret the law and apply, and that justice forever continues to be shield and defender. So, of course, there's that story of killer fumes. Low standard fuel poisons you with every breath it does. And then you have to ask the question whether Kenya has a choice at the moment. Gulf Energy at the center of yet another dirty fuel drama. Oh, my God. A wave of killings fuels femicide emergency calls. It was an emergency from the first time a woman was killed. I think death, it's an emergency the first time anybody is killed. And you have to ask these questions. That is there an appetite for femicide? Or are we saying that people have not dealt with their anger and it just happens to be, or a situation, it happens to be that a woman has died in this situation? It's such... that death in this manner should not happen.
Should not happen.
Period.
Should not happen.
Gachagwa's health. Doctor reveals Ruto's call. Apparently, President William Ruto made a call to a doctor during the impeachment proceedings at the Senate for Gachagua to be treated. Mama, my friend is not feeling too well. Can you sort him out? Orengo Babu accused police of targeting supporters in Kisumu. Of course, they made a statement to the DCI yesterday and said, you know what? Come on. You guys are doing this thing. We don't like it.
Yeah.
Opposition wave slowly turning into tsunami against the incumbent. That's part of the conversation that we will have with Karoli on Monday when he joins us at 8 o'clock. Now, abortion has been declared illegal in Kenya. Don't question. Ruling on abortion endangers women's lives and medics' freedom. And this is according to the opinion today by the executive director of Women Collective Kenya, Ruth Mumbi. And so she's saying, that rule is going to actually put people's lives at risk. That's what it looks like. Yikes. Okay, timer running. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, so let's go to the Daily Nation real quick. And the headline there: affordable housing bosses to earn 86 billion shillings profit.
Atake.
Yes, affordable housing bosses to earn 86 billion shillings. So, boost to local industries. Report notes the bulk of construction materials are being sourced locally. So, windfall now. The first batch of contractors under the affordable housing program will pocket 85.7 billion shillings in profits. A report commissioned by the government shows now this translates to a profit margin of 30%, much higher than between 2 and 15% modest rates recommended by reputable global firms for taxpayers-funded projects. Now, but the construction boom has opened a new high-performing revenue stream for the taxman, according to the state report. So the contractors are going to get 85.7 billion shillings. I really want to know who these contractors are and how they got those jobs.
Yeah.
Because I don't remember at any point that being advertised. So how they were picked as well is a question. Now, something has been revealed. Ruto's call to Gachagwa's doctor. Now, President Ruto called the cardiologist treating his then deputy Rigathi Gachagua to inquire about his health after admission to hospital with severe chest pains during the Senate impeachment proceedings, a court has been told. So, yeah, the president called to ensure that his deputy, who was being kicked out at the Senate at the time, was getting the treatment that he deserved. So we also have the issue on biting fuel shortage, and we've seen that happening. There's fuel shortage in the country. The CS said there's no alarm. It was due to a technicality that we're experiencing and administrative issues that we're seeing fuel shortage in the country.
Okay.
On health, something has been exposed why your hospital has no drugs. Now, for every 10 medicines a hospital orders from the Kenya Medical Supplies Authority, the agency can only supply fewer than 5, according to the Economic Survey 2026.
Why? Capacity, yani?
Capacity.
Okay.
Or maybe it's because they don't have. So that is on page 8. We'll be looking deeper into that a little bit later. And Monday is the Gen Z building bots to decode policy documents.
You have that guy. What's that other chick's name?
Jerry.
There's Jerry, there's Zari, those one. So now for the affordable housing, anaitwa Mwende.
No, she's building bots to decode policy.
I thought the bot was called. No, I was just excited. Okay, sorry. I take back my excitement.
She's building bots to decode policy documents. So she brings together young people from different backgrounds to build the tools that make policies more accessible to the public.
Okay.
And she's from Is the Africa founder. Mwende speaks during launch of the IGAD Regional Youth Coalition. So, what the young people are doing to ensure that we understand these policy documents before they actually get implemented.
Okay.
Yep. So, we also have the story on page 4 and 5. It's that story on the profits that contractors are getting. And NEC to verify KCSE certificates instantly.
Huh?
Yeah, the Kenya National Examination Council has unveiled a new digital system that will allow instant verification of Kenya Certificate of Secondary Education KCSE certificates. One asks, how long was it taking before?
Thank you very much. Now, when I said I was wondering, before, how do you...
Yeah.
Like, if I have a 50 shilling note, you know how you can hold it up and check the watermark, and then how long did it take before? Will you have to send it to somebody, bring it back? What has changed now that makes it instantly verifiable?
Yeah, and I want to look at the problem. What has forced NEC to go that far? So do we have individuals who have forged documents?
Exactly.
That is forcing NEC to now say, hey, if you want to do it easily, here we go. How deep is the problem?
Wow. Interesting.
How deep is the problem? So we have fuel supply disruptions, heat regions as state defends higher sulphur import law. I think at some point we said that fuel was supposed to go back because it was high in sulphur.
Beg, Joe, you think that fuel went back?
So how then is the state that told us that thing went back because it had high sulphur now coming to defend importation of the same?
Call him what you want to call him. But there's some information that comes from Rigathi Gachagua every now and then that you have to say, wait a minute. Can he just be talking out of the side of his mouth? Or is he getting this information reliably? But I'm telling you, did you hear that fuel on a ship went back? It docked and then it went back to where?
Nope.
And it's not been sitting at the port somewhere. It's not sitting at the mouth of KPC waiting.
It had been offloaded.
Come on, you guys.
It had been offloaded. And I hear the government of Kenya was also fined some money for some fuel.
Boss, people invoiced for that fuel. People invoiced. And we saw the documentation. They're called one what?
Yeah.
Those guys. They invoiced.
Yeah.
So are you invoicing for something that was not already expended? What are you talking about? That fuel is in your vehicles. It's in the air. You're already breathing it, my friends.
Yeah.
So that story should just to the doggies.
Yeah, so that is on the Daily Nation. Angalia Star.
Let me give you a number. I'm sure you're going to like it. 4.8 trillion. You like?
Yes, tell
All
me.
right. It's the 27 election budget. You call it the election budget, but that's the budget that goes into election year. The highlights of the proposed 2026-2027 estimates: agriculture push is number one. There will be a fertilizer subsidy of 18 billion shillings, a seed subsidy of 2 billion, sugar reforms 2.5 billion. I thought that they had already reformed the sugar sector.
Yeah.
Abi Karoli Omondi will also tell us a little bit about that because he was hot on the heels of that story. But if they're going to put more money into sugar reforms, it's possible that those reforms have not happened. Coffee debt waiver, 2 billion shillings. We're also looking at grassroots network as number 2. Village elders stipend, 3.96 billion. I don't have a problem with that. Monthly pay of 3,000 per elder, because essentially what we're looking at now is a welfare state for those who are not able to work. Big political projects, the SGR Naivasha to Malaba, 20.8 billion shillings. Roads, total 230 billion shillings. Nairobi Railway City, City Care, 436 million shillings. Kisumu Port dredging, 500 million shillings. I don't have a problem with that, but me, I want to see this railway city. Coast and land politics, landless settlement for those who don't have, 5 billion shillings. Other settlements, resettlements rather, 1.5 billion shillings. Youth and women, Nyota. Now inside we'll get 4.7 billion shillings. Women Enterprise Fund, 410 million. It would be lovely to see what the fund did with the other money that it had before. Jobs and education, teacher confirmations, 5 billion. Intern t-shirts, 8.1 billion. University scholarships, 30 billion. HELB, 56 billion. TVET, 9.2 billion. Exams and invigilation, 9.9 billion. These are all going into the budget. Health and social, UHC workers, 8.9 billion. Community health promoters, 3.2 billion shillings. That's what the highlights of the 26-27 estimates look like. All right. Key ODM leaders sit on the fence as internal wars rage. There's a picture of Suba North MP, Minnie Odhiambo. Are you trying to say that she's sitting on the fence? Scientists discover why some Kenyans never get malaria. Never had malaria in your life? There's a story in the Star explaining why. And the audit exposes a financial mess, governance gaps at Kenyatta University. We pray to God that we're not looking at another situation where a pioneer university has an issue. You guys, P.S. Mudhoni, who is the principal secretary in the Ministry of Health for Public Health and Professional Standards, has been elected as chairperson of the African Permanent and Principal Secretaries for Health. Do with that information as you please. But that has happened.
That is said that the mandate elevates Kenya's role in shaping continental health priorities.
Yeah.
Let's look insular.
True.
Health priorities in Kenya.
Other people who, well, no, please. Pap. Other people who are said to be sitting on the fence here, well, the pictures are there. Kisumu Governor Anyang' Nyong'o, Member of Parliament Ruth Odinga, as well as Rarieda MP Otiende Amolo. Not made a decision just yet. Wait, everybody should calm. Cool your temper. MP sound alarm on starved prison budget. Apparently not enough is getting to the prisons. That needs to be looked at. Dons hail Professor Munavu at funeral mass. Even as that happens, may his soul continue to rest in peace. Okay, so some of the stories that we're looking at. They want to clean up Nairobi.
Hey, it's been cleaned.
You've gone to town recently.
Yes.
Is it clean?
Let's move on.
Hallelujah. Okay.
Where, because when you talk about Nairobi, I think everywhere we live is Nairobi. So it doesn't really have to be the CBD, no?
Sadly, when you talk about a city, you're talking about the central part of the city most times, but without remembering that it spreads a lot further than that.
Exactly.
And that's why the mandate of a county boss then is so wide.
Bwana safisheni is Nairobi. Nairobi ni chafu. Ni chafu. Kwanza na mvua. It's filthy. It's messy. I work. Patie gun.
Wow. Bah. Where? At that point, we have to tell you. We're going to be talking with Hashi, who'll be in the hot seat in a short while. Good morning.
This is the Situation Room, the only way to start your day.